Hey everyone, welcome back to English Vibes Blue, where learning English for real jobs is easy and fun. I'm Lisa.
And I'm David. Today, we're diving into the world of IT support, a career where patience and communication are just as important as fixing the actual problem.
Exactly. When you work in IT support, you're not just solving technical issues, you're helping people stay calm, productive, and connected.
And that's why interviewers look for candidates who can speak clearly, stay positive under pressure, and explain complicated things in simple English.
In this series, we'll show you how to answer the most common IT support interview questions, like how to deal with frustrated users or explain tech jargon in plain English.
We'll teach you useful phrases, natural tone, and confident body language to sound professional and friendly.
So grab your coffee, relax, and get ready to speak like a calm tech hero.
David, let's start by looking at some of the most common IT support interview questions.
All right, let's get into the real interview talk. If you're applying for an IT support position, you'll face questions that test not only your technical knowledge, but also your communication skills.
Right. Many interviewers want to know how you handle pressure, how you talk to users, and how you explain technical problems in simple English. Let's go through a few examples together.
The first common question is, can you describe a time you solved a difficult technical issue?
That's your chance to show problem-solving skills and teamwork. You could say something like, a user couldn't access our internal system after a password reset. I calmly explained the process, checked their permissions, and discovered an account lock. I reset it, guided them step by step, and made sure they understood how to prevent it next time.
That's clear, structured, and calm. Notice the tone, polite and professional. Use verbs like checked, guided, explained, and solved. They make you sound confident and capable.
Another common question is, how do you handle a frustrated or angry user?
This is where your emotional intelligence really matters. You might answer, I stay calm, listen carefully, and let the user explain their problem fully. Then, I restate their issue to show I understand, apologize if needed, and offer a clear solution. My goal is to make the user feel supported, not blamed.
Beautifully said. That shows empathy and control, two key traits in IT support.
Here's another one. How do you explain technical information to a non-technical person?
You could say, I use simple language, everyday examples, and avoid jargon. For example, if I explain a network issue, I might compare it to a traffic jam, too many cars on one road. This helps people understand without feeling confused.
That's a great analogy. Remember, interviewers love when you show you can communicate clearly with anyone.
And finally, you might get a behavioral question like, how do you prioritize tasks when multiple users need help?
Try something like, I evaluate which issue affects business operations the most, communicate expected timelines to each user, and handle tasks systematically. Keeping users informed reduces stress and builds trust.
Perfect. That answer shows both technical awareness and strong organization skills.
So, when you prepare for your IT support interview, remember these key points. 1. Stay calm and positive. 2. Speak clearly and simply. 3. Show empathy and patience. 4. Use examples from your real experience.
Exactly. It's not just about fixing computers, it's about connecting with people.
In the next part, we'll dive deeper into communication tone and how to sound friendly and professional even when users are panicking.
Stay tuned. You're doing great, future IT heroes.
Okay, now let's talk about one of the most important skills for IT support professionals, staying calm when things go wrong. Because let's be honest, in IT support, something always goes wrong eventually.
That's true. Systems crash, users panic, someone accidentally deletes an important file, and suddenly you're the hero everyone is looking at. But how you speak in those moments can make all the difference.
Exactly. Interviewers often want to know how you communicate under pressure. They might ask questions like, what do you do when several users report issues at the same time? Or describe how you manage stress during a system outage.
Let's explore how to answer that. You could say something like, when multiple issues come up, I first take a deep breath and stay calm. Then I assess which problem has the biggest impact on the business. I communicate clearly with each user, set expectations, and give regular updates. Staying transparent helps everyone stay calm.
Beautiful answer. You show that you stay composed, organized, and considerate. That's what interviewers love to see.
Here's a big tip. When things go wrong, your tone of voice is more important than your technical skill. Even if you're solving the problem perfectly, if you sound frustrated or impatient, people will remember the attitude, not the result.
It's so true. You could say the same words in two very different tones. Watch this. I told you to restart your computer. Annoyed tone versus no worries. Let's try restarting your computer together. Calm tone.
The second one feels safe and supportive, right? That's the energy you want in every interaction. Calm, respectful, and confident.
Here's another useful phrase when you need to reassure a user. I completely understand how frustrating this is. Let's work on it together. This builds trust and empathy.
Empathy is the secret superpower of IT support. When users feel heard, they become calmer, and that makes your job easier too.
Exactly. During interviews, you can share examples like, once a client's laptop crashed during an important presentation. I stayed calm, reassured them, and found a quick fix by running a temporary backup. My calm approach helped the client finish their meeting successfully.
That's gold. Real examples like that show emotional stability and teamwork.
Another great tip, avoid using blame-focused language. Instead of saying, you did it wrong, say, let's see what might have caused this issue. This keeps conversations positive and solution-focused.
Right. You can also practice phrases like, let's take it one step at a time. I'll make sure we find a solution. Thank you for your patience.
Those simple lines show professionalism, confidence, and calm leadership.
So remember, in IT support interviews, it's not just what you say, but how you say it. The calm communicator always stands out.
Exactly. In the next chapter, we'll look at how to describe technical troubleshooting clearly in English so you can impress interviewers with your step-by-step explanations.
You'll sound like a true IT professional who handles chaos with confidence and clarity.
See you in the next one. All right, now let's talk about the core of every IT support interview, explaining how you troubleshoot a technical issue. This is where many candidates panic and say things like, I just fix it.
Yeah, that's not going to impress the interviewer. They want to hear your process, your clear, logical thinking. Because IT support is not just about solving the problem, it's about explaining the solution clearly to non-technical people.
Exactly. So let's break it down. When explaining troubleshooting steps, use this structure. 1. Identify the problem. 2. Gather information. 3. Analyze and isolate the cause. 4. Apply a solution. 5. Test and confirm. 6. Communicate the result clearly.
Let's try a sample answer for an interview question like, how do you troubleshoot when a user can't connect to the internet? First, I ask the user a few questions to understand what's happening, for example, whether other devices can connect or if it's just their computer. Then I check physical connections and network settings. If the issue persists, I run diagnostic commands like ping or ipconfig to isolate the problem. Once I identify the cause, like a driver issue or router error, I apply the fix and test the connection. Finally, I explain to the user what went wrong and how to avoid it in the future.
That's a perfect structure. It's logical, clear, and easy to follow.
Yes, and the key is using action verbs like check, test, verify, analyze, confirm. These make your explanations sound professional and confident.
Let's also talk about language tone. During an interview, you don't have to sound overly technical. Instead, explain things like you're teaching a beginner. Simple, calm, and respectful.
Right. For example, instead of saying, I performed a DNS flush because the system cache was corrupted, you could say, I cleared the computer's network memory to refresh the internet connection.
That version sounds friendly and easy to understand. Great communication is about clarity, not complexity.
Exactly. And here's another important detail. When explaining troubleshooting steps, mention documentation. After resolving the issue, I always log the problem and solution in our internal system. This helps other team members if the issue happens again.
Perfect. That shows responsibility, teamwork, and attention to detail, qualities every IT support manager loves.
And don't forget to add an example from your experience, even if it's from school or a training project. For example, once a user reported their printer wasn't working. I discovered the problem was not the printer, but the print queue was stuck. I cleared the queue, restarted the service, and it worked. The user was relieved, and I learned the importance of checking simple causes first.
That's so relatable. Many IT support problems are actually small issues that just need calm thinking.
Exactly. So remember, in your interview, structure your answers clearly, use simple technical language, and show that you can communicate under pressure.
And always end your story with a positive outcome. For example,
The user was happy, and I made sure the same problem wouldn't happen again.
that's how you turn a technical fix into a professional success story.
Up next, we'll talk about teamwork and communication inside IT departments, because even the best technician can't work alone.
Yes, collaboration and communication are as important as technical skills. Let's explore that in the next chapter. All right, everyone. In this part, we're diving into something crucial for IT support interviews: teamwork and communication. Because even though IT support sounds like a technical job, it's actually a people job too.
Exactly. You might be fixing computers, but you're also helping humans, users, teammates, managers, sometimes even executives. So the interviewer wants to know if you can collaborate and communicate clearly, especially when things get stressful.
That's right. One of the most common interview questions is, how do you handle communication with users or team members?
Let's build a great answer together. You could say something like, I always make sure to communicate clearly and respectfully. When working with users, I listen carefully to their issue, confirm my understanding, and explain solutions in simple, non-technical terms. When working with my team, I share updates about the progress of issues and make sure everyone stays informed.
Beautiful. That answer shows empathy, active listening, and clarity. 3 golden qualities for IT support professionals.
Yes, and another good thing to include is how you collaborate. For example, if I can't solve a problem alone, I don't hesitate to ask for help or escalate the issue to a senior technician. I believe teamwork helps resolve issues faster and improves the overall support experience.
That's so important. Some candidates think asking for help makes them look weak, but actually, it shows maturity and professionalism.
Exactly. You're showing that you value solutions over ego.
Now, let's imagine a quick scenario to practice. Suppose your teammate accidentally gives a user wrong information, and the user gets upset. What would you do?
I'd respond politely to the user, apologize for the confusion, and clarify the correct information. Then, I'd talk privately with my teammate to make sure we're aligned. The key is to stay calm and focus on solving the problem, not blaming anyone.
Perfect. That shows professionalism, emotional intelligence, and conflict resolution, all very powerful traits to demonstrate in an interview.
Exactly, because IT support isn't just about fixing errors in systems. Sometimes it's about fixing communication errors between people.
So true. And let's not forget documentation and reporting. These are also part of communication. After resolving an issue, make sure to record what happened in your ticketing system or report.
Yes, and you can mention that in your interview. I document each issue and resolution clearly so the next person handling a similar case can learn from it. It keeps our team consistent and efficient.
That's the kind of answer that makes hiring managers go, wow, this person really understands teamwork.
Exactly, and you can even give a personal example. During a network outage, our IT team worked together under pressure. I handled communication with users while my teammates worked on the servers. Because we stayed calm and coordinated, the issue was fixed within 30 minutes, and we received positive feedback from management.
That's such a great story. It shows leadership, teamwork, and composure under stress.
Exactly. So remember, in an IT support interview, your technical answers show what you can do, but your communication stories show who you are.
Well said, David. All right, everyone. Coming up next, we'll wrap things up by talking about how to end your IT support interview with confidence and calm energy.
Yeah, because how you close the interview is just as important as how you start it. Let's finish strong in the final chapter.
All right, everyone. This is it. The final stage of your IT support interview. Excited. You've shared your technical skills, your teamwork stories, and your calm problem-solving mindset. Now it's time to end strong.
Yes, the last few minutes of an interview are like the final moments of a tech support call. Even if everything went perfectly, how you wrap it up really matters. It leaves a lasting impression on the interviewer.
Exactly. Many candidates forget this part. They answer questions well, but when the interviewer says, "Do you have any questions for us?" they freeze or say, "No, I'm good."
Right. That's your moment to show curiosity and enthusiasm for the role. Here's a great example question you can ask. Could you tell me more about how your IT team collaborates across departments?
That's a good one. It shows you're thinking about teamwork and the bigger picture. Another one could be, what are the main challenges your IT support team is focusing on this year?
That's perfect. It shows you want to contribute, not just work.
Now let's talk about how to close the conversation politely and confidently. Here's a natural example. Thank you for your time today. I really enjoyed learning about your IT support operations and your approach to user service. I'd love the opportunity to contribute and keep systems running smoothly.
That sounds so professional. It shows gratitude, clarity, and calm confidence.
Yes, and here's another tip. Remember your body language. Sit up straight, maintain eye contact, and give a warm smile before you leave or sign off the video call.
Absolutely. You don't need to be a movie star, but a confident presence goes a long way, especially in a support role where patience and calmness are key.
Grinning. Now here's something advanced. Many recruiters love when candidates summarize their strengths briefly before saying goodbye, like this. To summarize, I bring 3 key strengths: strong technical troubleshooting, clear communication, and a calm approach to solving problems. I believe these qualities fit well with your company's support values.
Snaps fingers, boom. That's the perfect mic drop. You've just reminded them why they should remember your name.
Exactly. And for virtual interviews, don't forget to double-check your surroundings before starting. Good lighting, stable internet, and a professional tone help reinforce your reliability, something every IT support employer values.
Nodding sincerely. And if the interviewer gives feedback or asks follow-up questions, thank them politely and note their input. It shows you're open to learning, another sign of a great IT professional.
Smiling warmly. Now let's talk quickly about post-interview etiquette, thoughtful tone. After the interview, send a short thank you email within 24 hours, something like, "Dear interviewer, thank you for the opportunity to discuss the IT support position. I appreciated learning about your team's approach to user service and would be excited to contribute my skills to your organization. Best regards, your name."
Smiling. That small gesture shows professionalism and respect, and sometimes it's what makes you stand out from other candidates.
Nodding, totally agree. Smiles. The goal is not just to answer questions, it's to build connection and trust.
Exactly. And when you leave that interview, whether it's in person or online, remind yourself, I showed up calm, capable, and confident. That's what IT support is all about.
Smiling warmly. Beautifully said, David, laughing softly. All right, everyone, that wraps up our session on IT Support English, Solve Problems with Calm Communication.
Waving cheerfully. Remember, technical skills fix the issue, but communication skills keep the system running smoothly.
Smiling brightly. Thanks for learning with us here on English Vibes Blue. We'll see you in the next video.